Heron Fleet is a work of speculative fiction set in the near future, where global warming has resulted in a radical change of climate. It was inspired by a simple question: what sort of world might global warming lead to, especially if climate change produced was extreme? This is Marple in Cheshire. 200 years ago it was one of the places where the Industrial Revolution was thriving. Down in the valley of the River Goyt, cotton was being woven using water and steam power. In Marple Bridge, cotton fabric was being dyed and bleached. In Marple, limestone from the Peak District was being burned to quicklime in a cacophony of steam, hammers, and the smoke of coal-fired kilns. But now the dirt and smoke is gone. So it seems strange to think how the habits the Industrial Revolution gave us, that we exported all over the world, now threaten this peaceful scene. The name of that threat is climate change. Why does carbon dioxide cause global warming? The greenhouse effect is the process by which absorption and emission of infrared radiation by gases in the upper atmosphere warm a planet's lower atmosphere and surface. It's been known about since 1824. Naturally occurring amounts of greenhouse gases have a mean warming effect of about 33 degrees centigrade, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Without the effect, temperature across almost the entire surface of the Earth would be below freezing. The problem is that we have generated carbon dioxide from burning oil, coal and gas in quantities that the Earth can't accommodate. We have also reduced the Earth's capacity to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere by reducing rainforests. This slide shows how the temperature of the Earth has varied since 1880. Temperature varies year by year, but there has been a steady rise in mean temperature from the beginning of the 20th century. Could this be natural? Using things like ice cores and historical records, we can estimate what temperatures were like in the past. This graph shows temperatures for the last 2,000 years. While there is a natural variation, we are more than half a degree above the warmest in the year 1000, and over 1.5 times above the lowest point of 1600, often called the Little Ice Age. And we've certainly pushed the boat out in terms of increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide. It is higher than at any point in the last 650,000 years. So why doesn't everyone accept the climate change argument? I know from my research work in human error in medicine that we human beings find it very difficult to understand changes, the effect of which we don't see on a day-to-day basis. We understand the weather, but we have difficulty with global climate. But there is evidence that the weather is changing. The number of Category 4 or 5 hurricanes has increased over the last 35 years. Droughts and wildfires, such as those in Russia in 2010, are more common. Rainstorms of increasing intensity are occurring in the US and Pakistan, and sea and glacier ice in the Arctic is melting faster than ever before. And animals are moving to avoid this change or take advantage of it. We're seeing more migrant butterflies, such as painted ladies in the UK. Sand eels have moved north, affecting the feeding of puffins. Little egrets, once a rare visitor, now nest in southern England. Even mosquitoes are flourishing, enhancing the possibility of malaria transmission. Biomarkers of this type in other areas, such as pollution detection in rivers, have been shown to be very sensitive indicators of ecological change. Heron Fleet is essentially a good read. A story about characters who are like us. They love each other and betray each other. They face the difficulties of making a living. They are faced with coming to terms with the past. They have to plot a course into the future. I didn't write the novel to argue the case for or against global warming, but because I wanted to tell the story of my characters. Only afterwards did I find the story asked questions about science, and other things as well. Things like, is the removal of human rights justified by the need for survival? Given a shove, would we easily descend into anarchy? What is the balance between our duties as citizens to the community and to ourselves as individuals? If Heron Fleet introduces people to some of the issues surrounding global warming, then so much the better. You'll just have to read it to find out.